Hi everyone, it's Giselle with another message for today. And yes, you're seeing this correctly, it is my fourth video of the day. It's very unusual because I've had times of very sparse interaction on this channel, just feeling very energetically drained and uninspired through a lot of the events that a lot of us, well, pretty much everybody really, has been experiencing. So I thought, you know what, when these inspirations keep on coming, when I'm getting these messages to post these types of topics, then I absolutely will take advantage of that. So this video is about what to do when you are freaking out and panicking and things don't really seem to be going your way. First, try to calm down. It's not easy. Yes, I totally get it because even I've had a little mini freak out just this morning and yesterday. But the main key is to keep bringing yourself back to a place of neutrality. If you can't get yourself to a happy place, which is often very, very hard and near to impossible when you are panicking and freaking out, get yourself to a place of neutralness, of calm, of rest, of pause, of not needing to think about this thing that is causing you distress. And the first thing you need to do is breathe. Take calming breaths in and out and be conscious of your breathing, because your breathing will help you very, very much in calming down, in not panicking, and in just understanding that this will pass. This is just a temporary little blip that doesn't need a ton of attention given to it, because where you give your attention is where growth will occur. So if you're giving attention to a bad incident, the feeling and negativity of that incident is going to grow. So don't give attention to it. Just allow it to pass like a scene. You know, when you're driving in a car, if you see a train wreck or something, you're driving in your car, you're not going to be looking at it for much longer. It's going to pass. And then choose one of the affirmations or mantras that is most soothing to you. The one that's really, really helped me, and I believe this is an Abraham one, is everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. And if you do that in line with your calm, slow breathing, it will be so helpful. If you breathe in and you go, well, you have to think this obviously, because if you're trying to say it out loud, it'll be harder to do in line with your breathing. But breathe in calmly and say, everything is always working out for me in your mind. Then breathe out and say, everything is always working out for me. And it will make you feel calm, more in control, because you're no longer panicking. And your mind will automatically start to think of instances when everything did work out for you. When miracles happened, when last minute things occurred that you didn't think were possible, but still you managed to get out of whichever situation was difficult for you, and you started to feel calm and started to rely on the universe aligning everything to work out for you. If things worked out for you then, of course, things will work out for you again, once more this time. And keep yourself in that place. Everything is always working out for me. And what happened with me when I was thinking this is an instance where a near to impossible task that was at a time crunch for me was possible, made possible through me staying calm, believing that I was receiving spiritual help and that things were working out to the best of their ability for me. One of the instances that keeps coming to mind was when I was due to travel and there were roadworks, so the road was diverted to an unknown area, and the person getting me there got lost. And we only had very little time. And if you thought about it logically and allowed yourself to freak out, it seemed that I was not going to make it. But through me staying calm, believing in the spiritual help that I've been requesting and that it was going to be given to me, I did make it. With 1 minute to spare. 1 minute. It was near to impossible. Even to this day, people would comment and say, wow, you weren't freaking out. Because I had every reason to. But what's the point? When everything is working out for you, there is no need to give in to the lower energies, to the panic and fear and the bad vibrations. Just trust, because miracles happen. Time can be manipulated to your advantage. It absolutely can. I've seen it many times. Or things just magically appearing where they shouldn't be. This one time, I remember, I have shared the story before, but it's one that keeps amazing me because it's the likeliness of it is like just logically impossible. But I lost my friend's keys in one of the sewer drains in the street once, and I heard it falling, and you could hear it falling into the water, and then I thought, oh God, oh my God, my friend is going to be angry. This is a disaster. But I just went home and I did an affirmation to get my keys back. Well, his keys. And I just left it. I just did the affirmations and then I just left it. And 3 days later, which is funny, a lot of times things do work in 3s or 3 days. And 3 days later, the keys magically appeared on a desk in that apartment building that I hadn't been to since because I lost the keys and I just wasn't really calling my friend at that time because I thought, oh my God, if they ask me about my keys and the fact that I'd lost them, oh my God, they are going to be so angry with me. So I was just laying low. But then suddenly I got a phone call from my friend and they said, did you leave your keys on the desk here in this apartment building downstairs? I said, I must have. But then I said, no, I'm going to come clean. I lost your keys. And he went, what? But they're here. Yeah, well, I did lose them. They fell into the sewer. I heard them falling in. But you've got them now, so yay. But what that showed to me is that the seemingly impossible can be made possible. But our task is to calm down and to ask for help, because I did ask for help. I believe it was a prayer to Saint Anthony that got me those keys back, really. Yeah. And anything can happen, even at a last minute time crunch. So when you are feeling stressed or panicked or freaking out, remember to breathe, to find that space of neutrality. If you can't find happiness or positivity, at least be neutral. At least neutralize out the negativity and use whatever affirmation or mantra is helping you. Personally, for me, that is the one that I constantly keep repeating, is everything is always working out for me, because my brain then goes to a place where everything did work out for me. And then it says, if that worked out for you, the seemingly impossible happened for you then, of course it will happen now. And so I wanted to share that because I know many of you, not just leaving comments that things may be not going too great, but have had personal sessions with me in the past few days. I've had readings with a few clients who are seemingly freaking out. But the thing with that is, anything can happen. All we need to do is change our perspective. That's our responsibility. If we can change our perspective, which in turn changes the energy and makes it neutral instead of freaking out or negative, then anything, pretty much anything. I mean, if I could have those keys back after they fell into the sewer, and first of all, the person that posted them, or not even posted them through the letterbox, but whoever put them on that table, didn't know the address that those keys belonged to. However that happened, I don't even know if it was a person at this point. But whomever put the keys on the table had no way. If it was a person, they didn't know that the keys belonged to that address because they weren't marked. It's not like the keys on them had a name or an address or anything. They were just unmarked keys. They could have belonged to anybody. But for them to find their way into that apartment building, on that table, and for my friend to see them and go, oh, she dropped her keys off on my desk. If that was possible, what you want can and will be made possible. Your responsibility is to stop what you're doing if you're freaking out and change perspective and expect the best. If you've lost your keys and you want to find them back, expect to find your keys back. If you found yourself in a situation where you're doing a job that you don't like, expect to get a job that you do like. Expecting the best will be so beneficial for you. When I was driving along that road and the person, taking me there got lost, I still expected to make it on time. And I did. I even had 60 seconds to spare. Yes, 60 seconds isn't very long, but it's all I needed. So if you can do that, if you can calm yourself and change your perspective and expect the best, then anything can also be possible for you. I hope you found this helpful. If you'd like to book a session with me, I am still doing 3 sessions for the price of 2 for healings, channeled letters, and readings, of course. How could I forget? Readings is my most popular service, so why would I not remember that? Okay. And if you would like any other services, all the details to my website are also linked below. I thank you all so very much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.